And we're live. I don't know why the lighting is not so good, but morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special, big up, shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery driver. Shout out to the long distance truck driver. Shout out to the garbage man. Shout out to the healthcare workers out there on the front lines. Shout out to every single clean hearted, good hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. Shout out to you. This is the Morning Thoughts Show with SouFLo TV, and I'm here on this beautiful Tuesday morning. People, I wasn't here Monday because for those of you who follow, the last morning thoughts was last weekend, right? Swag Boss, big up yourself. Swag Boss says, I like your shirt. So the last time we did a morning thoughts after that, before I'm gonna big up my 10 people that first came in, let me just tell you that haven't been here because school started again and my children had to go back. So we took a weekend trip and we left Friday and we didn't come back till Monday. So that's the reason why. And then we come back with this belly ache and diarrhea and all. Put my business out there. TMI. Too much information. Come back with diarrhea and all kind of something. Me there I pray. I said, God, please don't let this be COVID because nowadays you can't get sick. As as a little sniffle catch you, as you start to sniffle. God, I hope not the Rona. I hope it's not the Rona. I start drink up one bag of something. This morning in my cup is ginger and what I'm called again? John, no, we need brains. Not brains. I need wife if you come tell me. Fever grass. Some ginger and some fever grass is what I'm drinking this morning. So I haven't been around a bit in a few days, but I'm here. Don't forget to big up the bus drivers too. Yeah, man, big up the bus drivers out there. Our brother says, SouFLo, big up the garbage man, them, and we are essential too. Because if we don't pick up all the garbage, then the place full up of garbage. So I must big up the garbage man, them to big up the roadside assistance people, them to big up every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person out there who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. That kind of energy is what I'm dealing with this morning. Big up to you. You're a good person. Arlene Kidd, 876. Thank you for being here. The first one here as well. Sash, good morning. Thank you for being here. Great Goodies is here. Blake Brown is here. Tasha Salters is here. Darlene Walter Riley, thank you for being here. Big up yourself. Cynthia Gooding is here. Addie Purple is here. Shelly Ann Blake, LG, Swag Boss, again, big up yourself. And Marlene McLeod, Bago Gal, Ivan Jamaican, Miss Adventure, and a couple of more people. Fallon Carrington is here. And King Biggs and Simply Nordia. All right. For those of you who I didn't call your name, you already know how it goes. It's manners and respect, same way, right? All right. So like I was saying, I took a little short trip over the weekend. I was in Georgia and, dropped the kids off. School start this morning and yesterday morning and all these things. So we're playing our part, doing our thing. Came back not feeling too good. Don't know why. Because me and the whole family ate the same exact things for all the days. And that all the drive back from Georgia to Florida is an 8-hour drive for me. And all that drive, my belly does I go, I may say, what is? But I was able to hold it. But it's like after I reached my house, I couldn't hold it from that night till the next morning. So I wonder like what's going on with my body. So I was a bit scared. I was a bit scared, So I'm here saying, God, please don't make it be the Rona. Because I don't want it. Why with power these days, we can't even get a little bit sick. People have their allergies and forget that they have allergies and these kind of things. Anyway, we have 3 topics to talk about this morning because I've been gone a few days, so we have to do a little bit of catching up. All right? No me and me, straight catch up. Jamaican farm workers, boy, I have this video here, let me find it. So some Jamaican farm workers over in Canada, I'm sure some of you have seen it by now. They're in British Columbia, Canada, looking at my board. Jamaican farm workers get into a rift. They get into a rift that turned deadly. Now, if y'all know how the Jamaican farm workers program goes, it's a hell of a thing. Some people liken it to modern day slavery, you know what I'm saying? But people are getting opportunities out of it and they're getting paid. So a lot of people have used it to better themselves. But some people liken it to modern day slave situations. Buju Banton had a mouthful to say. And I'm going to play that video, but I think I want to play that video last because Buju said a lot. And he's going to take up probably about a good 10 minutes of our time. So I think I'm going to keep that for later. If y'all haven't seen it yet. If the man say him not go nowhere, him just not go nowhere. How, wait, there's some comments I'm reading. How you can take me out of the bed so early, bro? Boy, I don't know. Curfew restrictions tightened in Jamaica once more. And let's talk about all those things. So we're talking about the curfew restrictions. We're going to talk about Buju Banton speaks and said some very, Buju said them a come for kill, you know. Bomba clot. See me shirt, bomba clot. But we're going to get into that. Jamaica farm workers, let's start with that one. So when I saw this video, I said, what's going on? You know, remember, I always say on SouFLoTV, like when you're going to foreign countries, you know, take the best of you with you. Not a way we chop up a boy when we're there with yard and, you know, bust back in a boy face and, hey, you run down, man, and talk. But you got an opportunity to go overseas. You have to leave that part of you. Even though that part of you wasn't even good when you were back home, it's not beneficial. But certain people live in certain conditions, you know what I'm saying? And people adapt to survive. We talked about this already too. That is why you have in certain areas, you will find like the majority of the people from the area that they act a certain kind of way, which other people would deem as aggressive or why them just, we call it all kind of things, uncouth, but it's just survival. But when you get an opportunity to go overseas now, you have to leave some things behind. Well, them two brothers here got caught up. And they got caught up in an argument between each other. Somebody, shout out to Don Mafia, because Don Mafia was the first one that posted it. Everybody ran with it after. A situation went down between two Jamaican farm workers. I don't know if you've seen it yet.
Okay, sir. Do the job, sir. Yeah, do the job.
People are yelling, saying, kill the youth. We found out the youth not dead, but we're going to talk about it. Look up. Alright, so that video is going around, making its rounds, and I saw it while I was on the road, but I couldn't do anything about it because I was on the road. However, I felt the need to talk about it because so many people tagged me in it. SouFLo, this way I always talk about leave your rock yourself at home and bring the best of you go foreign. Well, it turns out that two Jamaicans, they went on a farm work program and they are over in British Columbia and Canada. This is how some people just make it bad for others. You know what I'm saying? You know, sometimes you see some people are foreign and you say to yourself, say, God, why somebody else couldn't get the opportunity there? You know, because you're just here like making us look disgraceful. You make some people want to hide them flag. You make some people want to say they're from Trinidad instead of saying they're from Jamaica. You make some people are really that embarrassing when they go overseas. Truly, truly. Even though, you know, most of us said, oh, I will never disown Jamaica. But some people really, really make you embarrassed. Like you want to run away from them and disassociate yourself. Because, you know, people judge you by, oh, you Jamaican. Oh, so that's how you're, you know, that kind of something there. So these two Jamaicans, they're on the farm work program over in Canada. The man them arguing over food. It is said that one man ate the other man's food. The man coming from work in Bex, him want him food, him hungry, no food in the day because somebody else ate his food. They got into an argument over the food, and what he did was him stab up the man. Stab him up. So everybody that was there that witnessed the stabbing up says that he's dead. That's what they're saying in the video. Him dead, him dead. You know, say him kill the man. And next person is saying, yo, him can't come back from that, you know. That's how bad him stab him up. And another person in the video is heard saying, how him to come back from that, brother, you see which part him stab the man, you see how him stab him up. Stab him up over food. That might sound crazy to some, but I was trying to explain that to wifey, you know, after thinking, I said, you know, so this has to be more than food. This is past, bring your best self, go overseas. You put your best foot forward and come out to represent. Yeah, exploit all the opportunities, make something of yourself, put yourself in a position to be able to help others of your kind, that kind of thing. This is kind of past that. I was thinking after, because the story remains that it was over food. So I'm thinking it can't be over just food. Can't be over just food. I liken this to prison. You know, in prison, you have a hierarchy. And in the hierarchy is who is the big man in the house. I'm thinking in these camps, it's probably the same thing. Who is the bad man in the camp? Who is the person in the camp that bullies everybody? Who's the person in the camp that's big and strong and bad with attitude and everybody afraid of him? You always have one of those kind of people around. So I'm thinking, you know, somebody a punk you, like them take your things, them take your socks, they take your shoes, then them take your toothbrush, then them take your toothpaste, they're taking away your personal supplies. Now them start eat your food. Everybody is looking at you like, if him can take everything from him, me can take everything from him to when me feel like it. Me can punk him to when me feel like it. That kind of thing. And this brother probably felt like him couldn't take it anymore. So he lashed out in this way. But here what? On one side, that's understandable, but this is not prison. That rule might work and help you to survive in prison, but this is not prison. This is a farm work program where you are representing your country on this program, whether no one call it slavery or not. It's a farm work program. And the farm work program works like this. These first world nations employ people from what they call third world nations to come over and pick their oranges and pick their flowers and pick their fruits and their vegetables and all these other stuff. You work on their farms and you get paid for it. The money you get paid from it, you can use it to better yourself back home, even though it's hard labor, right? So even though you might feel like you want to defend yourself drastically, you have to think about where you're at. And this now is going to trickle down to all the others, because you know what these Canadians are going to be saying? They're going to be saying, look, you see, we had a near murder situation from the Jamaicans, right? All right, let's go for more Mexicans this time. Let's go, because the Mexicans come, they work hard, and they, you know, they handle it and they leave. And they come back and they work hard and they handle it and they leave. Look at what these Jamaicans are doing. They come, they run off, they don't return to their country. And then you have them here now stabbing up and killing each other. The guy is in critical condition in a hospital in Canada. The first report was that he died. It was that bad. But the follow-up says he's in critical condition. I will continue to follow it to see if he has died. This is over food. For those of you who are returning, who are coming in late, this is over food. A brother stab up a next brother over his food. There are two Jamaicans that are on a farm work program in Jamaica. And as you can tell by listening to the video, a bare Jamaican accent you hear around it. So, you know, there's a lot of Jamaicans there. Remember I told y'all about a traumatized people and carrying this behavior with you all over the world, every which part you go? Remember, I know. Jamaicans come over here, come kill each other. Jamaicans come over, go England, go kill each other. There's one that recently happened in New York that I don't even want to talk about or get into because of some gang thing and whatever. I kind of slide past those because me myself do frequent certain areas when I'm in Jamaica, and this thing where I go on, the New York thing is in one of the areas that I frequent. So, you know, I just try to stay neutral on certain things or don't mention certain things. But our bad behaviors that we're carrying overseas definitely affecting all the rest of us. But bigger than that, though, this comes from a nation of traumatized people. How the hell are we dealing with simple disagreements, or even I would even go as far as to say simple disrespect? Because you know there are different levels of disrespect. A man tell you suck your mother, that's disrespectful. A man hark spitting on your face too, that's a higher level of disrespect. So you got to decide where you pull the knife out at and stab up a man. I mean, him just dash for the opportunity. He throw away the opportunity. He throw away a good portion of his life, because I'm absolutely sure he's going to be going to prison for that. They're not just going to, oh, you almost killed him, so let me just deport you back to Jamaica right now. He's going to be tried under Canadian laws, and he will do time in Canada, I am willing to bet. Then he will be deported to Jamaica, and then he will never be allowed that opportunity to work on that thing again, farm work program or any other program like that again. So you just mash up your whole life for what? And opportunities are already scarce. You know, say enough people me know I want up on the farm work thing, and they've tried and tried and they've been turned away for many different reasons. And even though people are telling them a slavery thing you up on, you know, they're willing to go. They're willing to go work hard. I Clarendon come from people, so I know people who went on this farm work thing and sent their children through university working this farm work thing, build up them house big and nice, you know, clear off land and fix up place off this farm work thing. So it's all about what you use it for, what you do with it. If you can see further than, you know, the hand meets the eye. Most people seem like them can't really see further than the hand meets the eye kind of thing. Stab up the man. Yes, Brian Smith, he destroyed his own future, but he also, I guarantee you, he destroyed it for a lot of other Jamaicans. Although they will always still bring Jamaicans in, this won't be the one where they will say no more Jamaicans. But on the low, they will be giving opportunities to others instead of us. And then we are going to be like last resort. Say, for instance, they need 500 workers. You know, Mexico come with the numbers. So they'll probably be like, okay, we'll take 300 from Mexico. We'll take 100 from Haiti, and we'll take 100 from so-and-so, and then we'll take 50 from Jamaica. When usually they would take about 150, 200 from Jamaica. They're going to scale them numbers back because it's a liability thing for them. It's a liability thing for them. D Fresh said he is finished SouFLo. That's attempted murder. Trust me, long jail time over here for that. D Fresh, I'm guessing you say you're in Canada, right? I'm guessing you're in Canada because you said over here. Mystic Lion, I don't know why they're hiding your comment, but let me put it out there. Let me show it. Mystic Lion says, Flo, my cousin did the same shit back in, oh, they hid it because you used the word shit. My cousin did the same shit back in 2000, and him stuck at Jamaica from then. Mash up him opportunity. And it's like you can't tell them. When you're trying to tell them before them get these opportunities, like, listen, this is not Yagua people place. Just, you know, them said dance a yard before you dance abroad. That's a real thing. Some of we don't have no bratopsy, like my people say. Some of we don't have no bratopsy. Some of we get drug up, and some of we just a certain way that even when we get these opportunities, can you imagine how limited opportunity is? Like I said, there are a lot of people that want to go on this farm work program and have been turned back many times for all different kinds of reasons. And all them want to do is just go work. They want to go and work and earn some foreign dollars, which is worth more than Jamaican money. So when them come back in, them can pay some school fee, pay off some bills for a couple of months. You know what I say, pay for your house, whatever you have to do, fix up yourself, save some money, something. And look at what he did. All right, D Fresh, big up yourself. Big up to Canada. Canada is in the house this morning. And look at what he did. Big embarrassment. That's so embarrassing. Because I'm telling you, they're going to be like, let's go with the Mexicans this time. Let's pick more from the others. I don't know about the Jamaicans too much, you know, starting to get violent. And I've heard of other fights in these camps. Me or man say you have to trong in there, you have to turn up trong when you're there, and all these kind of things. So I've heard about the rifts in these camps, but I never know that it got to this. And then the other man, them round him and try exact jungle. You see did you see the rock stone the man pick up? Is a big, he picked up a boulder and he's trying to hit this man while the man is with the police. Like this is not Jamaica. This is not Jamaica. The man try to lick the man while the police, you know, see police turn around and say, put it down. Like a pipe on him and say, put it down. And the man must say, yo, them should have lick off him head back, you know. Oh, yo, I kill them. Want to kill him, you know? They wanted to kill him right there because they're obviously they're all, you know, you're in a group, you travel together, we take the plane together. We might, I mean, like a person that called the spirit just attack him. That's how we do. But you're gonna vibe with the, you know, most of the people, you're going overseas to work on a work program. It's stressful. But all of you in the same boat. So you have some kind of level of camaraderie. So they want to kill him. They wanted to beat him down because they're saying, yo, you see him do the man. Over him, food. Over food. Me, I wonder what kind of food. What kind of food make you kill a man or stab up a man like you could have killed him and then risk everything for yourself? So it's got to be more than the food. No. No, this thing, but some of these Jamaicans only deserve to go clean up Riverton City dump. Kiss me teeth. No, it's not a disrespect, fam. It's a real thing. Some of them don't deserve to go to, they do not deserve to pass airport because all they turn out to be is a big embarrassment. And we all know that. The only people who are offended by that are the people who are like that. For you to say that. Because if I hear you say that, it don't offend me because me know say I'm not one of them, right? So yeah, it's a real thing. Some of them don't deserve to pass airport. They need to go clean up Riverton dump. That's as far as they should go, really. But you know, one slip through the cracks, and then the rest of it is just like when they start catching so many Jamaicans in the airports with drugs on them. It was one thing for them to catch civilians, regular people, and they were already looking at us like, oh man, it's so much drugs. I did a research the other day, went on the computer, just light research to look up Jamaicans caught in the airport in the US. Just Google Jamaicans caught in the airport in the US with drugs. Merited. It's like we are transporters, my friend. That if they give us that title, them rotted have a right. Because when I looked it up, I was surprised to see how many cases. This one just get catch in Miami. This one I come in. I'm sure if someone will look on it, when I go see someone, a friend, schoolmate, family member, somebody you know or something. But it got really bad when they started catching police officers. Jamaican police officers with kilos of cocaine. Remember, I talked about this before now. It was bad before when they were catching just civilians, but when they start catching our law enforcement officials with large amounts of it, I know what I would be thinking. I'd be thinking them Jamaicans, most of them are probably moving dope. Come on now. If their law enforcement officials can be doing it, then what would be stopping the regular civilians from doing it? So we would have eyes upon everybody, which is exactly what they've been doing for us. But boy, may I tell you, GT send even grannies. Omega Brown says GT send even grannies. Jamaica send even granny too. I seen a Jamaican girl arrived in the UK, and she had the drugs under her wig, like so on. Them sew it on the inside, and she wear her wig, her hairstyle, nice up and everything. And they caught it and they took it out, right? For those of y'all who've seen it, when they finally told her, okay, sit at this table, we're gonna process out your paperwork, whatever. My girl start beat her face. She bust her own forehead because she start beat her face on the table because they already had her handcuffed. So she just start bow, bow, and they had to run in there before she did like the third bow. But the camera caught everything and they showed it to us. She was there beating our head on the table. So they, of course, they're looking at us like that now. Now this brother I got stab up this man over his food. Boy, so you know sometimes you're there at work all day and you leave a one thing in the refrigerator. You saw it, who that Arlene kid 876? You saw it, right? The smuggler, the smuggling one, where she came through. She had on like a big dress, but it was sewn into her weave, under her weave. So we go in all kinds of ways, and we coming into Canada, we coming into England, we have to do better. We have to do better. We got to remember to put our best foot forward for real, because we represent an entire nation. Some people can be so damn selfish, you know? And some people talk about, well, you know, the opportunity was there. What kind of opportunity is that? If you take big risks, you make big money, and some people really think like that. And I'm trying to tell y'all that please don't think like that. Some people really believe that, yo, me not hurt nobody, and if you take big risks, then that's how you get big rewards. I would have preferred my big risk be me take out a loan somewhere. I'm not even sure how I'm gonna pay it back, but me have a business in mind, idea in mind, or something other than anything other than to pack up myself with drugs, or even introduce violence to somebody and you're on a program. Every other Jamaican after that get blighted. Our process to get in now is going to be more stringent than ever before. You just make it harder for anybody else that comes after you. Sela Butterfly, thank you for being here. Sela said good morning, everyone, and I'm late for the live, but I'm glad to be here. Blessings to you all and the SouFLoTV family. Thank you, Sela, and thank you for being here. All right, so we're gonna move off of that topic now. It's crazy. What do y'all think? I mean, do you think I'm right by saying that there was more going on behind the scenes than just the food? Because if a man eat your food, you gotta stab him up. If a man ate your food, sometimes you're at work and you leave a food in the fridge. I don't know, you cook lasagna last night, or last night you did the ackee and saltfish, and it's your last little bit of ackee and saltfish that you brought up from Jamaica, and you left it in the fridge. And you say, when we get home from work this evening, and you know all day at work, it's the right test upon your mind. You're trying to do your work, and all you're thinking about is the little ackee and saltfish for left with the 2 pieces of yellow yam and the piece of dumpling in there, and that's what I'm gonna eat when I get home. And you get home and it's gone. And you want to tear off a piece of the wall and cuss out everybody in there. Who ate my food? Who ate me ackee and saltfish? I can understand that. That's real. It happens. That's it. It happens. Sometimes you might have cuss too. When I tell you to stand up to eat me food, I who ate me food. But you don't pick up a knife and stab somebody up. So there has to be more to it. Has to be more to it. Something that go on between them. Frustration. Bag of girls say frustration cause that. Frustration cause that. Cause vexation on top of hunger is real. Brother just didn't know how to deal with it. them probably walk out them soul case there during the day because them farm work something there. I don't know, or take a break when you feel like it and come back when you feel not tired anymore. And no, them set quotas. You have a certain amount that you have to meet on a daily basis and all these kind of things. I'm pretty sure they do. Even though I've never been on farm work, I'm just saying that's the only way I could see logically for it to work, right? To meet their quotas and whatnot. So I'm sure them probably walk out them soul case that day they took and I'm reaching tired and just say, you know, my food. I'm going for my food and a man I big up him chest and I say, yeah, me eat it. Me have my food, so what? Hunger and anger. Deadly combo. Omega Brown. Hunger and anger. A hungry man is an angry man. We actually have a saying like that. Now go and sit my fever grass and ginger here, because this whole curfew thing with Jamaica, let's segue right into that. So the Right Honorable Andrew Holness, before I go anywhere, let's inject some joke in here real quick. I was looking at a bathing, not a bathing suit, an Olympic outfit. See? Before we go into the new curfew for Jamaica and all this other stuff, I'm looking at a new outfit. You know, Olympics come, they design the outfit for the athletes, and I'm looking at a past outfit. This looks like Veronica Campbell Brown. How would I say? Okay, this is Jamaica's women's strike Olympic sprint relay back in Athens. How long ago Athens was? Okay, but I want you to look at this picture for me and tell me who you think designed their outfit and what you see in this outfit that stands out. Ready? See it here. Now I left it up here for about 30 seconds and I want it to look good. Look and tell me what you see. That's the outfit from Athens, Greece, Olympics. Let me take it away a little bit so it's not too bright, so you can actually get a good look. What stands out on these outfits for you? Yeah. Well, wait. May I leave it up there for our next couple seconds? I see the comments coming in. No. Yeah. What? I'm looking at the thing and I see the outfit. I said typical Jamaican then. Typical Jamaican. Our thing. Blazing pum pum. That's what we call this one. Pum pum shooting like media rights. You see? Look at this is a typical Jamaican stuff. It's like we always have, you know, me feel says a man designed this. I feel it was a man that designed this outfit for our athletes. And it's a Jamaican man designed this. You can look on it and tell. If it's not a Jamaican man that designed that, then it's a dancehall girl designed it. But it's a Jamaican, it's a Jamaican man we think designed this. Gotcha. Yo, but that was one of our past Olympic outfits. I just thought I would share that with you this morning. All right, so we can talk about the pum pum all in the power mind. It seemed like all when we had designed professional things, somehow. Listen up. All right, so curfew restrictions, new curfew restrictions. This might not mean anything to a few of you or a couple of you or a lot of you because you're not planning on traveling anytime soon. You've been locked down for the past 2 years. You don't ever go to Jamaica anyways, so this don't mean nothing to you. For people like me and the others who do, this means a lot to us because this means that we're going to walk right into this. All right, so this is for you. There are new curfew restrictions. The curfew restrictions have been tightened up, and the new hours and all that is what we're going to get into. So straight from the Jamaica Observer, see there with the new hours, the Right Honorable President, Prime Minister Andrew Holness. What's his other name or title? that the remember he is selected to the Privy Council, and the we see them comment they still come pum pum power. Yeah, Jamaica that feel. That's something that powerful for Trudeau. Yes, sir. We've seen it. It has caused many to lose their way. All right, so this starts on August 11th and it goes to August 31st. So it's for the entire month of August. Find yourself in your yard by 7 p.m. Monday to Friday. Got it? Find Robbie 1, 2, 3 said the buff. Olympics are kept on a buff beer. Find yourself in your yard 7 p.m. the latest Monday to Friday. You will not be coming back out until 5 a.m. the morning after. That is the new curfew. 7 p.m. everything lock off. On Saturdays, that's Monday to Friday, 7 p.m. to 5 a.m. Saturdays, 6 p.m. So Saturdays is weekend. For those of you 9 to 5, you have to find yourself in your yard even earlier. So Saturdays is 6 p.m. to 5 a.m. next morning. Then you can come back out. Sundays, for my Sunday worshipers. For my Saturday worshipers, you have from 6 p.m. to 5 a.m. to observe your Sabbath, to go to church or go to tabernacle or wherever you go. And then for my Sunday worshipers and people who, go about on Sunday, do them family time and thing, you have from 5 a.m. in the morning until 2 p.m. So curfew is 2 p.m. on Sundays. Find yourself in your yard by 2 p.m. Anything after 2 p.m. is haul and pulling. All right. JCF will be out there on the loose and on the prowl, and you will be hauled and pulled. So find yourself in your yard on Sundays by 2 p.m. the latest. All right, so that's the new curfew. Now, the thing about this new curfew thing that's bothering me, though, is this. There are some other stipulations to it, which I'm going to get into, like this one, for instance. COVID containment measures. All beaches will be closed. Those beaches that are not under management control will be closed. I'm starting to say to myself, like, if the beach is not under control, management control, how can they close it? Who said even open? It's just there. This is Jamaica, we have beaches where people don't know about, where enough people don't go. Like some community thing and some riverfront and these kind of things. But these are stipulations that go with it. These are important for you because you might be on your way there and you need to know what you're getting into. So, and also if your family members are there and them are move strange, then you might know why as well. Beaches, those that are not under control or management, will be closed. Those that are under management and control, those beaches will be open on Sundays, 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. So if you want to go down there, go wash off some of the salt off of you, then you have from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday to Saturday. On Sundays, you have 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. Rivers. Them calling up all the river, them, I don't know how they would be able to monitor this, especially like in places where I come from, but you don't know. So rivers, only for rafting or domestic purposes will the rivers be used. Only for rafting or domestic purposes will the rivers be used. So whoever want to go down a river go bathe, or go a river go catch a quick swim, or wash out 2 pieces of clothes, or catch some water, or whatever you go to a river to do, you won't be doing it, because the only thing the rivers will be good for is rafting. Now, how many Jamaicans do y'all know that go rafting? Who go rafting? I don't know no Jamaican that go rafting unless they work on a raft. And when I say work on a raft, it means they carry tourists on the raft or visitors on the raft. So it's a business for them. See? Me never raft yet, neither Kara. Kara Campbell says, me never raft yet. I have never rafted yet either. And the average Jamaican does not go rafting. So all the river get closed down. Rivers only for rafting or domestic purposes. Well, I think domestic purposes would include washing clothes and all that, right? I hope. Because you know people still wash clothes at river. And everybody have washing machine, you know, and it's not everybody like the washing machine either. Some people just kill two birds with one stone. Since we go river anyway, go cook on the riverside and them thing there, carry a few pieces of clothes, them go wash them out while we're down there and blah blah blah. So not everybody into microwave and all them things there. People still cook on them wood fire. Not everybody into gas stove. Some people afraid of gas cylinder like me and these kind of things. Not everybody can afford electric stove. So you know, only for rafting and domestic purposes. Beaches, all beaches closed unless they're under management, and those under management you have from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday to Saturdays, and on Sundays you have from 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. All this changing around of the time. They went from midnight, Andrew loosened up the place the other day. People got a chance to experience till midnight, and that lasted for what, 2 weeks? And then it went back to 8 p.m. Then it went from 8 p.m. now to now we are at 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. There are other notifications out here that I think are noteworthy. IRI FM says members of the public will be advised when the next vaccine blitz will be. Please note that preferential treatment will be given to persons who made an appointment. So they're having a vaccine blitz. So they lock the place down because they're saying that the COVID numbers are surging. They're trending upwards in the country and need to give out more vaccine. More Jamaicans need to be vaccinated to, you know, flatten the curve. Not enough people. I think to this point, 350 something thousand Jamaicans, according to their numbers, have been vaccinated already. Jamaica has roughly 2.5 million people. So I think the goal was to vaccinate at least half by this time, which would be about 100,000, 125,000. No, not 100. Yeah, wait. 250, 335, 300 something thousand already vaccinated. I think the goal was 1.5 million, sorry. 2.5 million, so it's about 1.2 million would be already, I'm looking at Kai, and already vaccinated. So therefore they fell way below the numbers predicted to be vaccinated in order to flatten the curve, right? Hoping for a million, got 350,000. That's not even half of what they hoped for. So here comes these lockdown curfews again. Big up yourself, Galaxy, and thank you. I appreciate you, Galaxy. Galaxy says that they said that they are 150,000 short. 150,000 short of their goal, right, to flatten the curve. Because I saw yesterday they printed that about 350,000 have already been vaccinated or already has gotten at least one of the 2 shots. So with that, if they're hoping to, that's probably about the right number right there that they're trying to reach. Thank you for that. And Bro Shaka, big up yourself and thank you. Bro Shaka says, does these new restrictions apply to tourists or just local Jamaicans? Hold on, no, we're gonna get into that because that's what I was saying. D-Mac, big up and thank you. Because listen, like I said earlier, I've never seen regular Jamaicans go rafting. So for them to actually put in there that the rivers won't be used for anything other than rafting and other domestic uses, I'm saying domestic uses better be like we can go wash clothes at river still and bathe because that's a domestic. Not true? Because we not a raft. So who is the rafting in there for? That's kind of strange to see. Right? You can't use the river unless you're rafting. You know, if you go tell Jamaicans say, "Well, you can't use the river unless you know a raft," that's weird. That's not for us. We would have looked upon you and said, "What clock? I want to talk about raft." So we're there, brother. We have to go build a raft. We go down the river, so you have to tell them, "Say we can't go." It's not for us. Noel Harrison says SouFLo, does all the MPs on both sides of the political parties take the vaccine already? I don't think so. You're asking, I don't know. I don't know. And I'm gonna say this again. Treading on some thin line. I'm gonna say this again. I'm not encouraging anybody to not take it. I'm not telling anybody about how bad it is, and I think I come here to say I put information out here, or I point you to where you can get information so you can make an educated decision for yourself. See, we already have enough people telling us what to do and all that. I'm not going to impose my opinion off on anybody. You feel like you need to take it, take it. See, the more I want to take it, the quicker we can get back to this somewhat of a normal thing, they say. So go make the numbers. You have enough people out there. They're willing and ready already. So it shouldn't be a problem. I think the problem is there's a vaccine shortage in Jamaica. And so the vaccine come in is so it's given out. So I'm saying. We have approximately, listen to this, we have approximately 500 to 700 beds allocated for COVID-19, occupied island-wide, and a number of our large hospitals are also now overpopulated. So in other words, they might not have no place to put you if you get sick with this thing. All the beds are occupied, 500 to 700 beds across the island occupied, and big hospitals are at max capacity. There's another one that says they've never seen so many young people coming in. Like now it's just a whole bunch of young people are coming in with this thing here. This is what was printed. But you know, it's funny watching this lockdown curfew tightening thing. It's funny after you watch like that. That was a few days ago. This is Dream Weekend, a few days ago, and I can the crowd is like this big. People like dirt and sand. Nobody now wear no mask around here. See? So who are you fooling? Like, talk to me like me have sense, please. If you allow these big, huge events, if you allow these huge events, right? You're talking about the numbers are surging. We have to lock you down now. We have to come back with you be in your house by this time. Can't come out till that time. But you allow this, like yesterday, and not just yesterday. This is a 3-day party. A 3-day this go final. This is a 3-day party. Here what I got to realize is this. You see these people who put these on, these people who are responsible for these, they are aligned with certain people who make rules, laws, and regulations, right? So they make sure so them free up the spot for when my brethren are gonna keep him partying big event. These are multi-million-dollar events. Okay, it don't take pennies to organize this and run this. And they make a whole lot of money. People fly in for this. Place pack. This is not no local event for Jamaicans only kind of thing. This is a huge event for foreigners flying and full up the place. See crowded. Nobody wear no mask. And the next morning we hear so we have to go back into lockdown and you're gonna stay there until we're like, what? The following changes will apply August 11th to August 31st, 2021. I guess after then, they will tell you if they need to lock down some more or them can loosen up some more. Monday to Friday, 7 p.m. to 5 a.m. Next day, Saturday and Sunday, 6 p.m. to 5 a.m. Next day, Sundays, 2 p.m. to 5. Closing hours for business establishments will be 1 hour before the curfew begins. So if curfew starts at 7, close your business at 6. It will give your patrons enough time to go bata bata pan a minibus, grab a taxi, drive them car, ride a bicycle or jog or run home. But you will give them time to come off of the road and get to their house, right? That's what that's about. Now with that said, check this out. Remember we covered Rick's Cafe? Y'all remember Rick's Cafe? Y'all remember Mocha Fest recently happened in the middle of when nobody was supposed to be doing any kind of party permits weren't given and all this. And then we woke up and saw a big crowd of people at Rick's Cafe. Remember that? Shout out to Rick's Cafe. I don't have nothing against you. I might even visit when I get there just to see what all the hype's about because I've never been there. So big up to them for that. But, you know, and wherever you find loopholes in the law, use them. All right. Well, that was then. They were charged. Their certifications were taken away. Rick's Cafe is in what they call the corridor, right? The resilient corridor. The resilient corridor contains about 99% of Jamaica's tourism stuff and is about 1% of local population inside of the corridor, which means tourists coming in, they're getting tested. They have to test to come in, they have to test to leave. So more than likely, they're not coming in with COVID. And then within that corridor, them can party and gallivant and all that. The corridor was designed to save the tourism industry in this type of a time. It looks bad in a way because the locals are getting curfewed while people inside the corridor, they're able to party out them soul case and enjoy life, right? Now, Rick's Cafe was charged. Rick's Cafe was charged, and then the headline says this: yesterday, right when they release new curfew orders or new curfew restrictions, the headline here says Rick's Cafe manager charged over Mocha Fest event is freed of all these charges. Is freed of all these charges. So me I wonder if bad boy Trevor free. Me I wonder if Beanie Man get back his money that he had to pay. Me I wonder if you see where I'm going with this. You see where I'm going with this though, right? I'm wondering if all these other small people, or what they consider to be small people, or ghetto people, are not those that rub elbows with them. I wonder if they got back all their money or their charges were dropped. Rick's Cafe manager charges over the Mocha Fest event freed. And I like how the Gleaner did it. The Gleaner didn't put the headline as the Gleaner pretty it up. Rick's Cafe manager charged over Mocha Fest event freed. The financial controller of Rick Cafe in Westmoreland, Conroy Barrett, who was accused of hosting a Mocha Fest event at the popular tourist hotspot in May in breach of the required licenses, has been freed of the charges. The required licenses, because remember when we saw the big party, we're saying no, this can't be possible. Can't be possible because them have this out. No permits been given out to any local, no party not supposed to be keeping, and Rick Cafe keep this. Who gave the permit? Them come out and say we had our permit. Government officials came out. The entity that gives permits came out and said we did no such thing. We didn't give Rick's Cafe no permit. Rick's Cafe, on behalf of Rick's Cafe, actually came out and said we apologize and we were wrong. We were in the wrong. We will pay the necessary fines and move on forward. And now it turned out to this. Yeah, charges drop, disappear, nothing on go on. Freed of all charges. Made your money, go about your business. So I don't think it's really fair. but we see what's going on. I don't know why these curfews, you go from midnight to 8 o'clock to 7 o'clock. So COVID stop work. What, COVID no work? 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. COVID is good. It's chilling. And you're trying to save the people because you love them so much that you lock them in the house at 7 and 8 p.m. because COVID comes out at 8, right? And you keep them inside all night because COVID is rampant outside. While it's running around from 8 p.m. to 5 a.m., you want everybody inside. Just try to make me understand why the constant lockdown, because there are other things in here. We gone back to the foolishness now where no permits will be given for anything. All persons who are entering the island are required to present a negative. We already know that. I've been to Jamaica twice already this year so far, and all persons are required the negative COVID test, and it shouldn't be no older than 72 hours. There's an 8-day quarantine order still in full effect for people that are fully vaccinated. Somebody asked me the other day, SouFLo, we plan on going to Jamaica right quick, but I need to know if I'll be quarantined. I'm fully vaccinated. There you have it. An 8-day quarantine order remains in full effect for fully vaccinated persons. A negative PCR test after your arrival will then allow you to be exempt from quarantine. Get it? I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one. Maybe I'm making too big of a something out of nothing, but I'm trying to understand what the lockdown is for. They're just trying to meet a quota to inject people with this thing. That's going to do something later on, but I don't have nothing to do with it. I feel like the more the people resist is the more they clamp down. And this started out as something that you were able to have an opinion about. Started out as something you were able to have an opinion about. As far as I don't want it for me versus I want it and I'm going to take it. But what I see happening now is the persons who are saying they don't want to take it, they are being vilified. And we said that was coming. And here it is. I heard the US president say something about, I just can't understand the stupidity in that. And that's like saying in a neat way, like, you know, I can't understand why you're not taking it. You're being stupid. That kind of stuff. So here we are with this, man. Here we are with this. New regulations. There's another one that I wanted to let you know of, and it had to do with funerals, but I can't find it right now. So even funerals, we're going to go back to not being able to bury our deads. We're going to go back to all those other restrictions that they have before. I saved that one, but who can afford to keep them dead on ice for extended periods of time before having a funeral? There are others that I want you to go look up. Just go to, it's on my icon. The icon for this video, the ja.gov, ja.covid.gov something. It will actually tell you how many people. Like for the funeral, I noticed they said 30 people max allowed. And the funeral, the burial cannot take longer than 30 minutes. That me read this morning, but I wanted to find it to get into it with you. So burial can't take longer than 30 minutes. No more than 30 people should be there. Same thing for a bunch of other events. Some events take 50 people at max. I think church is one of them. 50 people at max, 30 people for funerals. There are other restrictions and guidelines out there. So you show up to a funeral now. You have 30 minutes to bury your dead. That means, if you want to cry, go cry in your yard. Hurry up and seal them up and go on in your yard, go cry. They're moving cold, boy. They're moving cold. BLSM says, a crime them a try fight, but not everybody a criminal. Them a use big C to lock down the place. Me not see no civilized country lockdown like JA. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. BLSM, that upon my mind. Yes, a 30 minutes it said 30 minutes. I looked at it when it said 30 minutes and thought that don't make no sense. Because I know how funeral go. Burial, you know, for those who bury, you already have the grave dig out and them do them cement thing on the inside, cover the blocks and whatnot. So they're supposed to like lower the body, the casket into the thing and seal off the top in 30 minutes and everybody cut. I don't know how all that's gonna work. Yes, party longer than church. Party longer than church. Nobody is ranting over here. We're talking about something. Put that user there in a timeout real quick, like a little kid. People don't want to go to a funeral either way. If you not feed them. yeah, listen up. They're gonna take orders from, you think so? Ex-Convict Records says they're taking orders from, I don't know. See, I don't like to speak on stuff I'm not sure about and act like something know. So when you make comment like those, I can't disprove what you just said. But at the same time, I can't ride with it because I don't know it to be true. I don't have no proof. I can suppose. I can say something look like something, but I can't say. As the host of this, I can't go in hard on anything that's like that and just say, yes, that's what they're doing, because I don't know. I don't know. Holiness under scrutiny, so I'm have to do what he need to do. What he's doing right now is not gaining him too much popularity, but one thing I do notice is that more and more of the people are becoming more and more compliant, which that's what Jamaican people do. Then we cuss behind under them breath whole day. Cuss anybody, them cuss under them breath. But as soon as you get on the front page, they fall right in line with everything. So let's see. Let's see. Citizen Blue says something ain't right, and that's how I feel. I feel says something not right, and I try to figure out what really I going. But like I said, I stay in and out of Jamaica. So these things affect me because I'm there. You know what I'm saying? And when I'm there, I'm affected by it too. Like the last time we went, which was a couple months ago, 2 months ago, the last time we went, we found ourselves like speeding. That's when my tire bust. And I had to pull over and change tire, put on spare tire and drive. Couldn't get no roadside assistance. That's when I learned that if you're far away from where you rented your car from, you're on the other side of the island, you're on your own if your tire busts or anything like that. Roadside assistance won't be seeing you anytime soon unless you're willing to wait for hours. We were told when we call roadside assistance, because my rent car, I said, okay, I have my family with me. I need roadside assistance in case of emergency. When we called, the roadside assistance people said it'll be 8 hours before they get to us. 6 to 8 hours. Curfew was coming up in 1 hour. So you want to see me and jack up the car and me can change my own tire and just so I fall right into this. So I need to know what's going on when I get there. Goes for the rest of the people who go there as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's real. It's real if you have to go there. So it's a bit realer to me than to those of you who never go, but you just talk online. Yeah. And I know some people go all the time, but since this whole thing, they've chosen not to go. Like, I'm just gonna chill for now. Got too much going on, and I don't blame you. Every time we've gone so far, it's been very necessary that we had to go. BLSM says, "Me never vote yet. I me not have no voter ID, but the next election, me I go me I go register for vote and vote out the brother there. Boy, I saw. Nana said, Nana, you went twice this year? A couple of us stay in and out of Jamaica regardless of what's going on there. Listen, I'm a person that can't leave Jamaica because I'm too connected. See, so I don't have the luxury of saying trust one behind me. It's my birthland, but haven't been there in so many years and don't need to go back. I'm too connected. So for people like me, Nana says she gone twice a year for the year already. For people like us and more, you know, we gotta stay in and out, in and out, in and out. So we're affected by all this. Moy Stevenson says, I'm not sure if lockdown really makes a difference. If you're going to get COVID, you will get it at the times when you are out before lockdown begins. And that's why I was asking, does it stop working during the hours we're out, like 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. when them let you out? And then does it start working and looking for people to infect at 8 p.m. to 4 a.m.? May I try to figure out what the lockdown has to do with, what the curfews have to do with that. But I'll tell you what's going on though. There's a whole lot of killing going on, man. So many. I've just been watching them. You know, and I said to wifey yesterday, I said, man, it's so sad. Because usually I would cover these, and I am gonna cover them. But my spirit hasn't been feeling like internalizing. So sometimes I have to take a break. And if I'm a distance away and feel like me have to take a break, you can imagine the people who actually live in it and can't take no break because this is just daily reality. So I took a break from that. But I'm gonna cover some of them. Some of them been gruesome and they've been crazy and it's been daily. There's a whole lot of killing going on. So when you hear people saying, you know, said SouFLo, the curfew something here is actually for fight crime and keep down the violence. The killings is what them are run from and trying to figure out how to deal with. That might very well be a part of it. I don't have any proof that that's why they're doing it, but that might very well be a part of it. That angle makes sense because it's out of control. You would think it would be under control and there would be less because of, you know, that's something that will go around and people more preoccupied with. Yes. No. Some breeder killing a go on. Boy. Anyhow, the last one we're gonna do for today is Buju. Buju Banton said some things, and I don't know if you saw it, but for those of you who saw it, good for you. For those of you who haven't seen it, then now's a good time to see it. And just listen to what Buju said. Now remember, Buju is a man, just like myself, just like you, men and women, we're all humans. And he has some strong points, but at the end of the day, it's just a man's personal beliefs, right? So let's hear what Buju has to say now. All right, let me set this up before so no one is lost. So we just celebrated independence in Jamaica, right? And for those of you who've been with SouFLoTV for a while, you know how I feel about this independence thing. I mean, telling us for those of you who didn't know already that I feel like we are not independent. We are under British rule still. Why would our highest court be in another country, particularly in our colonial master's country? That type of stuff. But anyhow, Buju had a lot to say, and we're gonna listen to Buju a little bit and let this take us out.
Meetings on the so-called independence we're supposed to have. We know we are independent.
for the level of passive. Your question. What kind of independence you gonna have? Are you able to think freely? Are you able to express your thoughts freely? Are you able to launch and establish businesses without the encumbrance of the state? You know, we're facing a situation here in my island where we're facing a deadly media blackout here in Jamaica, from the media and from the radio. I mean, you have some radio station like Sunshine, who's brave enough, Sunshine Radio, which is brave enough to highlight some of the pressing issues facing us and facing the global community. But when I say media blackout, my people are not aware that people all over the world are standing up for their rights. It's not a no television in Jamaica. It's not a no radio in Jamaica. Radio is filled with everything frivolous and everything to distract the people them from what's coming. And everybody's pushing a certain particular narrative. And the people of Jamaica, I'm telling you, so this media blackout also serve to dumb down my people even more. And all the things that serve to distract them are being highlighted. Yet you're independent. You better wake up. It's what now St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I want to serious something. The people of the region, when you don't get no news from the media what going on at Trinidad, or no hear what going on nowhere else, because all of them in a concerted effort to block the people them from communicating. That's why 6 feet apart and all them fucker them important. So we can't talk, we can't share with ideas, and the media, them people want to trust for decimate and dismantle the truth and distribute the truth and the facts of what's going on in our world have betrayed us. The personalism we love and respect, they are a total disgrace to the organization called media. They betray we, people, they betray us. The governments betray we. The police betray we. When they see them force all the teachers them in our country to give up them right and choose a path, not freely. Because let me explain something to you, world. You're all of the concept about free will and choice. And none of you don't know a bomber cloud what free will and choice is. If I present something in front of you and said choose one, you did not have free will. I coerced you and I gave you an option, idiots. Now free will is when nothing is presented and you said, oh, give me this, I choose. Nothing was presented on the table and I make up my mind and I said, hey, I want that. That's my free will of making a choice. So once you present someone with something on the table, whether it's a cup, a saucer, an herb, anything, and you say choose the one where you want and the person take one, that's not free will, that's coercion. We live in a time when most of the entertainers women expect to speak up for the people. Nobody want that. You think Buju is a blood clot cannon father. I love me love on them. I'm a son of destruction I come. I'm see them a fool and I'm see all them want to do is dance and party and live like fool and waste on a life, and nothing positive is being contributed to the upliftment of my people who they're aiming all guns at. And you don't see it. You're busy run around and you're busy doing everything except realize that them coming to kill with bomber clot. We can't save all our, you know. The most we can tell you is save on yourself. All you have to do that first, wake up, turn off most of them fuck the way you listen to, and find out what is really going on in the world. And find out why are we not receiving news like we used to educate us, inform us about things that's really going on, and why our medias are so compromised, especially in the Caribbean region. It is. I didn't want to talk about it. I want them to look at these things. I want them to realize that this day, them say that we're independent. We have been told that we were going to be quarantining for 2 weeks because of our pandemic. And 2 weeks turned to 18 months. And no one say one ras. I'm just gonna run up and down and I go with it. I'm just fall back and I watch on the blood clot. Because I'm telling this. You can't save all of them. You have to save on yourself. Jamaica have a mentality. That's why you're independent. You never fought for anything. Freedom is not given to a people. Freedom is something that people have to fight for so they can value it and pass it on to the next generation and to them children, them and them children and speak for you. I say my mom and my dad and my uncle and my brother and my sister fought. We never fought Jamaicans. There's a section of us fought, the Maroons, while 90% of the people them look on them and say, let them go on. Them to leave the white man alone and them cause them are like that, and we have the same level of passivity today. Now that they have completed the effeminization of the Jamaican black man, where most black men in Jamaica don't even know if I'm a man or a woman, they are severely confused. You understand me? So we cannot look to these men. We lose 2 generations from 2000 to 2021. All we have is men who are busy killing each other, killing the women. Do not know what we stand for as men in Jamaica, and we are protectors of our families and protectors of the community. Why do you think we good boys are saying you got to be a soldier to protect your community? Because that is where we were. We knew that understanding and loving each other and put political divide aside was very important for a forward mobilization as a race of people who desire change. No, all that has been wiped out, and we have so-called bad man, gunman, in pants tighter than the woman them tights. And most of them are GAY. So you can't look for them to stand for nothing because them already fall. They're walking on their knees. You understand? We want the real men them in a Jamaica and real man them. Yes. For no say, soon and very soon, we have to stand up to defend not only this nation. We have to stand up and defend each other. If the police feel us our own open Jamaica, the military, because we cannot stand by and sit by every day and watch our country go down the loop. And 60 people have their own laws for themselves, but no a different law for you. And no blood clot realize we're not so stupid sometimes on the earth me so bad. Yes, I mean you want to put in a prison. I mean you want to see a drug addict. I mean you want to see all kind of blood clot things, but I mean love one of the most. The stone of the builder refuses always the cornerstone. You hear me? I love them so much that even when them come at me, I don't really look at them because it's all about honor. But don't love on yourself. Don't love on yourself. Don't know anything. You know what is love? Jamaican can't hug up nobody no more because I don't say you have to hug up people and love people. I forget back here. I forget back to being a nation where value things. I know values change. But real values never change. Real love never change. Real integrity never change. Real loyalty never change. Real honesty never change. Real truth never change. These things are fundamental. These things are foundational principles. You know, you're going to hear a lot of platitude pushed at you today and about you accepting your own debt. Now, I want to say something to you which is very important. The word self-defense is very, very important, people. The word self-defense applies when someone is coming at you to do something to you, to harm you by force. If you do not consent, self-defense is in your favor. There will come a point, because we see in Australia where they're holding down people and injecting them. That's why I tell you, you're facing a media blackout. And the people going to suffer because of lack of knowledge. Who will give my people knowledge? Who will tell them, my people, put away your petty strife and your petty jealousy and your petty envy? Me tell you already, no respect, disrespect, telling us save up on the rounds because I might have to use them later. We are not the warriors, but we know the warriors them out there. But we know one thing. Yes, we are warriors for different order. A spiritual order. And in this time, we walk alone, because we're not fighting flesh and blood, but a spiritual wickedness and a dark force covering the earth, who rule in high and low places, especially in my country. They rule with a heavy hand, and they are very oppressive. And the suffering of the people, no one pays it no attention. Wow, wholesale destruction of business. We have 2 generations of people in Jamaica, them dons like that. And them a go down, sir. Because you place at Jamaica where the internet not there. And you place at Jamaica where people now go school and must run up and down. The people who used to guide and teach a generation to be a greater nation are our teachers. Jamaican community, what is happening to us? One want me to sit down and tell them about somebody, it's already out there. Go and get it if you don't want it, if you don't so desire. Me not come for no like me. I mean, not come for no love me. Me come for light a fire. Me come for light a match and make it burn like wildfire. With truth. Because I know for the end of the year, my thing says, my people would have sacrificed that bread. The people would have sacrificed going. The people would have sacrificed food for come at the concert for what certain entertainer. And now when the people need them, they are viceless. They show that them never real. They will only envy the position of for them say hard-working entertainer who God bless. Because this music never comes from nobody uptown. It comes from poor people. It turn away from violence. It turn away from guns. It turn away from everything.
My mom said it.
Present a platform where we could have changed with life. Them envy us side because them send them pick go school for 10 years and 15 years go get degree and them still can't live like how we live. And it burn them. So them come and them infiltrate the industry because of what it has to offer, but them don't love the industry. None of them are seeing nothing positive. All of us shall be known by our fruits. And if God take up my work and put it on a scale and put a feather in at the next side and the feather on the scale, that means the Buju never do no work. At the same standard to the co-workers. Take up them work. Put that rascal on a scale. And if the feather heavier than it, we don't see what we are dealing with. No, we need them. Where are they? Where are they to stand up for the people, to comfort the people who are in between words, confused, stressed, going through all kind of thing? We see them all bowed. Some of them expose themselves a long time. Some of them have already bowed. The people, place not your hope in man. Place not your trust in none of these politicians. Trust in the true and living God. Trust in ourselves. Bond in our community. Strengthen our community. No make none happen we don't know about. No make nobody come in there. I don't know where them come in there for. Stop the senseless murder. Stop the wanton killing or weakening us. You are destroying and weakening us. That means if we could have called upon 10 soldiers for help me all about that, we can't find 10, we go only find 1. Because I found a junkie at the morning just started. After the morning, I drink Red Bull, rum, and all kind of fuck. You know, call it special. You know, already weak. Yes, I'm a parrot laugh. You know, already rascal weak. Now put the cup aside. Let's go. Let us stand up and be men in this nation. So the next generation can come and remember us as the men who stand up in a pivotal time when our nation was at the crossroads. Not some guys who hide and wait for Buju to speak and then them take it and post it and say, yes, here Buju. I said, no, you guys do not represent us. I watched you and I see you. If I post something positive, I want to come down upon me like a ton of brick. When I post some fuckery, I want to love it. I want to go on like, I say something. I want to heed in and she dance. More so is when we wood for the fire. But me love you know. And me have to make you know. There's no way out of this but unity. You could have $1, you could have 10. It don't matter. There's no way out of this but unity. The unity of you and the unity of I. My freedom is intricately linked to your freedom. My life is intricately linked to your life and your existence. We are all children of the true and living God. Let's get back to a place of love where we can look out and embrace each other. Where we can, if someone don't have a sugar in their house, we have to give them a cup of sugar like we used to. We don't hide the flour. We don't watch them children on their own hungry. We have to get back to being our brother's brother. No longer shall we be our brother's keeper. Those who want to keep their brother, keeping their brothers down. Let's be our brother's brother, our brothers and sisters. And love. Yes? Okay? You can't tell no happy independence because you cannot be happy in a pen. But I can say to you, you have life. And once we have life, we have hope. If you never think the struggle is real, look out your window. Turn off your TV, turn off your CVM and your TVG and your JBC and all them international fuckery. Go do some research. Find Rumble, find BitChute. Go on Telegram. There are great various conversations happening out there. Tune in. to something that can open your eyes, my people. We have lost our way so bad. When I say I come and I hear the leader and the head of state saying the people who are biting cause a spread of COVID in my country, when I look and I see the one-time parties being held in these hotels and all these things, and no. What you know, was all silent, yet them cut a little data locks, right? And it's like, mom is the word and Parapinto is the game. Look. Them have no respect for us, none whatsoever. And it's only fools walk around and seek respect. Fools don't get respect. So you running around and kowtowing. That's not the Jamaica I know. Whoever cut the girl locks, you hear me? Whether no one like it or blood clad not, you violate the human right of an individual and must be held accountable. You use Rasta, you abuse Rasta, you value blood clot. That's it if you send come call me like what things to me or something. You can't send come bomb by that car. Tell me this. You see, I the last of the Mohican. And that's why I make I do it in the neck. I want to put her in a workhouse in a sense, you know. And make you make you know, say, you know, taught me well. And me talk, you know. Laugh now, but you not go ball later. I can't still do no idea, because in the pen, we have work to do.
Right.
You understand me? I talk about perilous until you don't come to the precipice, you know, go wake up. I try. I go back in my life, I don't check it. No, my father said to tell me I hide from him. That's why I'm loving. Him so go talk to them. I tell them. Because I'm so fucking fool, and I look for people that come out of the sky and all kind of thing, but you know, say the blessing that God gives people and the power God put in within and honor me. Love it. You understand? The great words that me speak, not for no good at trembling on the boots, you know, because I know a time will come on, you can't walk down the streets of Jamaica. You can't even drive down the streets of Jamaica. You have to drive with police, soldier, military, and every blood clot because the wickedness when you do to the nation. Yeah. If you don't think so, we not document it. We don't make a terrible mistake. We don't fail to realize that the same instrument they want to use to watch you, we are used to watch you, you know. I want to fail to realize that we're in a time where everything is archived. I want to fail to realize that there are smart people among us, you know. We don't underestimate it to our own detriment. And that's how we get fucked. Right, that's how we get fucked. Miles, see if this is me there. Me love you now. Right now, me say we in a war. See we in a war. I wish you well. Maroons we in a war. See this. I mean, you have summer in the station like sunshine.
See that? And I'll let that take us out. All right. Do with those words what you will. If you listen, you heard. Some will hear and understand. Some it will fly right by you. All right. The message will resonate with some, and it won't mean a thing to others. I saw somebody just leave a comment that said, "I'm closing this video out now." I saw somebody just left a comment that said, "Why put Buju on your program? He's a disgrace to whatever or whatever." You're entitled to your opinion. That's why I did not move your comment. You're entitled to your opinion. Feel how you want to feel about it. Who forget it, forget it, and who not forget it, it just like a fly past the same way, right? Can't save everybody and we can't talk straight about everything. Sometimes we have to just keep our mouth on. Yeah? All right, so I'm going to leave this one right here for you, and I'll catch you tomorrow morning right here on Morning Thoughts with SouFLoTV. Big up on yourself, people. Walk good. All right? Open your eye, them. Stop, walk, and sleep. All right? Spread a little love around, man. And have a wonderful day. Have a blessed day. And I'll catch you again tomorrow. One love. Peace.